Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Martin McCurtis, and I am the CEO and founder of Quantum Flow Inc. My product is Momentum Dryer, and we're here to introduce the world to upflow technology that's going to change the hair and beauty landscape forever. Now, we're here because there's a problem. The problem is the current technology being used was patented back in 1890. And last I checked, this is the 21st century, right? If I have to check. But what does that old technology do? It's slow. It's created the definition of a day at the salon. Women normally stay there for prolonged periods of time, and it's very, very inconvenient. And when they're there, they experience long drying times, which is unhealthy for their hair. And then the outcome is dull, boring, not exactly what you wanted when you decide to spend half your day at a salon. And plus, it's uncomfortable. Now, the solution is the Momentum Dryer. This little baby right here answers all your problems. And by the way, it's for all hair types. Marion loved the hair dryer. One of her comments was, "Oh, it works so well, and I didn't turn red." But for the most part, it's comfortable. Less heat damage. You have less heat damage because your hair is exposed for a shorter amount of time to potentially drying heat. If it takes you 2 hours to dry your hair and you can get it done in less than an hour, that's going to be a positive to your overall hair health. And this is the product we use to do it. I have a white version. That's normally the model that we do our testing with, but this is more so my display model. So this one is our workhorse. Now, what the Momentum Dryer does is, well, first of all, it's been laboratory tested by Helen of Troy Labs in El Paso, Texas. And they verified that it cuts drying time in half. But actually, we've improved since then. It's a modern design, it's portable. We've got patents. We have a utility patent and a design patent. But on top of that is we have at least 5 generations of additional IP that can be added. Because when we came to this space, we were the only one drying hair in this manner, and that's why the patent was issued. We have at least 5 generations of modifications that are improvements to the way the concept works. Improvements like being able to sense when hair is dry and automatically stop blowing hot and start blowing cool. Something that doesn't exist right now in the world of hair and beauty. Now, how does this upflow technology work? Well, instead of doing what other hair dryers do, we direct all the hot air up at an angle on the inside of the hood. And if you got a hot cup of coffee, you're gonna see the steam and vapor rise. And we actually mimic the natural process of evaporation. So that hot air being introduced makes contact with the moisture. The moisture turns to vapor, and we've got a release fan at the crown of the hood that pulls out that excess heat and humidity. And doing it that way actually allows fresh air to be drawn into the breathing space of the user. So it's going up, the fan's pulling it out, and you're breathing fresh air, and you're not being tormented like normal with a regular hooded hair dryer. Now, customer benefits. One benefit is the hair looks incredibly shiny and it looks very healthy. If you look at my model to the left, she looks gorgeous whether her hair is damp or whether it's completely dry. But this is the caveat, she paid for her hair to get dry. And after 2 hours and 20 minutes, her hair still was not dry. But when better technology comes along, her hair was dried in 45 minutes. If I could show you the picture of her from the back, her hair came all the way down almost to her belt line. Her hair is completely dry. She's able to put her fingers through from the base of her skull, and it looks magnificent. Now with her hair looks good whether it's damp or dry, but her dry look is what she wanted and what she was happy with. Now, My target demographic are, of course, African American women between the ages of 24 and 54 years old. And we found that 85% of African American women have hooded hair dryers at home. I know to a lot of people, a lot of white folks, you all really don't see it that much because using hooded hair dryers isn't something you do that often at home. But y'all remember Aunt B from Andy Griffith? She had to sit underneath the hooded hair dryer too. And when you go to church and you see those ladies with the big beehives, you can't get that with a handheld blow dryer. But this market is massive. African American women spend 9 times more than their counterparts in hair and beauty. But this isn't just about African American women. Latinx people spend 26% of the entire U.S. hair and beauty market. So between these two demographics, we're talking about 56% of purchases in the hair and beauty market. Now, this market is huge. Fortunately, the United States is the largest purchaser of hair and beauty equipment on the globe, but that global scale is huge because when you look at the fact that Black and Latino people use hooded hair dryers, South America's right down there. Brazil has a higher African descent population than we do in America. Africa's there. And also, I really want to let you all know that this isn't for Black people only. White people with long hair that are really concerned about having healthy hair and body, they can enjoy this product because it'll affect them well. Now, our minimum $24 million that we can get is very, very obtainable. Now, how do we do that? First of all, we know it exists: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Amazon, different places like that where we can run ads and do what's necessary. But our main target is to have influencers use our products and let their audiences know that we exist. And I also plan on going back to WJTV, where my story about the hairdryer was their most viewed story since they started their website. And we also plan on using places, select retail locations like Sephora and Ulta, because they have a distinct place in the world of hair and beauty. Now, what are these influencers going to talk about? What they're going to demonstrate is the fact that our product does everything that everyone else doesn't. Equal heat distribution, adds shine to hair, portable protects hair, reduces drying time. We do everything that's necessary. Primary selling points are it's faster, it's more comfortable, and it's healthier. How do we make money? We make money by selling direct to consumers. That's going to be our biggest profit margin, but we're not excluding retail. But with that 72% profit per unit, it's going to allow us to be able to reinvest into the company and expand our outreach and expand our growth. Now, for year one is going to be all spending, completely in the red. But once we go into year 2, which is our first year of sales, by week 9, we're out of the red and into the black because we have a significant amount of margin that we can work with. And year 3, we'll be able to reinvest in the company and really grow it in a big way. Now, our Valley of Death shows that on month 12, we just start selling, and by week 9, we are cash flow positive and going in the right direction. Now, what we need are $750,000 to finalize our molds, create the molds, have them put into the manufacturing process, and then once we get the first units from there, we'll take that 50 to 100 units and put it in the hands of influencers where they'll be able to advertise months before our actual units come off the assembly line. We're seeding the clouds with a little salt so they can know that we're ready. But we've got a strong team. Kelly Saldy was over operations for Carol's daughter, and she's very capable. And the hair and beauty industry is fertile ground. Oh, and we also plan on running a Kickstarter campaign to go ahead on and, just in case things don't go as well as we hope they might, we'll be able to fund ourselves with an aggressive Kickstarter campaign because the global market that goes along with this is huge. We've got 2 patents, we've got a strong team with experience, and we've got the best product in the world. So all we need is a little help to finalize this and make billions. I assure you that this is a unicorn unlike any other. Any questions? Okay.
The $270 figure that you mentioned in your training contest, could you walk me through what does that represent again?
That $270 represents the retail cost of the hairdryer. We're looking at $249.95 as retail cost, plus because we plan on selling direct to the consumer, $19.95 shipping and handling, and that adds up to $269.90, and it was rounded. Okay, and from there we've gone back to on a per unit basis, that $270, we profit $193 off of each unit, which gives us enough money to go back, reinvest, purchase more units, expand that outreach. But at some point, it's going to take a reinvestment into the assembly lines and manufacturing because we'll need to have more than one assembly line going because we see that there's going to be a significant amount of demand. And with the additional technology that we have to incorporate, like the ability to sense when hair is dry, we're going to need all that money to go out and really let people know what we have. But part of these profits, we're going to use it to go ahead on and generate our professional salon model. And right now, this is a consumer model. When I take the same concept that exists here and put it into a salon model, you're going to be looking at a situation where it's not drying time in half, but it'll cut drying time by 2/3. And for professionals, they have to see customers every day. If your average customer spends $80 and they're able to see 2 extra people, that's $160 a day that can be made. In a 5-day work week, that's $800. In a work month, 4-week work month, that's $3,200. And in a 12-month work week, 4-day work, whatever, it's $38,400. Mouth's a little dry. But this is a situation where I look at salon professionals as far as each one of them being businesses because they are operating solo. If you give them products that are efficient, that allow them to be more efficient, that leave their customers with a better and healthier outcome, you're going to see those businesses succeed financially and with their clientele. They're going to have the happiest customers. Like, how many women like this? Can I see a show of hands? Okay. Thank you.